Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And this is part 2 of the Heavenly Conquest Storm Dragon event versus Veldora. The first time we used the two defensive teams, the Vengeance team and the Pretty Sparkle Idol team, to just not die, even though technically I died. One character died in the Vengeance run, but that was my own misplay. But today we're going to be taking the opposite approach. Instead of working towards taking as little damage as possible and whittling away, we are going to be trying to nuke him down very, very quickly with a stacking team. A few different stacking teams that can probably do this. I've tested one of them, and I know it can do it. The other two will be works in progress, I guess. But in case you didn't watch the other video, this Veldora does have quite a few things going on. He's got 1,000,000 HP. He's got resistances to stun and poison. He's a little bit weaker to physical than magic, but if you have enough magic damage, you can certainly do it. He's got guaranteed crit, pierce, and magic attack. He gives himself ult gauge. He starts to continually stack up magic, crit, pierce power, and then guard penetration. After a while, he's got a couple turns of guaranteed counters with a little bit of super counter. And he can poison and frostbite and bind 2 characters at a time for a couple turns. And then if you go past turn 8, he does heal himself and then give himself Drago. So he can hit very hard. So the whole point of today is to get as many points as possible very, very quickly and then just nuke him out of existence. So I think very fitting to start out with the 2nd anniversary Visions of Coleus team. Alright, first team we're going to use is the full Visions of Coleus team. We've got Rimuru, Violet, Blanc, Jean, and Cleache. Obviously, Cleache you can replace with any other green orb changer. You could bring Cosmo, you could bring Albus, anybody that can serve that purpose. I just need her here for the orb changing. Jean, honestly, if you don't have her but you have Violet, you're still probably going to do enough damage. This is just, to guarantee the overkill. Rimuru's here to get rid of the, make sure we have maximum points on the turn before the nuke, because with the, we can get EX alts for hopefully Violet and Jean. This team will run well if we can get a good starting hand to force it to run well. Okay, after many attempts, we have a solid turn 1 orb change. Thank all that is holy. Because I forgot that Cleache does not give all gauge increase on hers. She only gives alt gauge increase, which is cool and all, but I kind of want a double stack, which I actually didn't bring her in, and she's got Lumi attached to her, which means we're not going to get a double stack anyways because I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, well, ain't that something? We'll get ult. We will definitely get ult here. All right, we'll run it like this then, and we'll call it a day. We got 86 points. All right, there's a counterattack. Counterattacks are not really good for these teams because ideally we were wanting to kill by around turn 5-ish or so, because I don't really want to deal with his counterattack turn, because it's a lot of damage and I can't really get any gauge off of it because I don't want to take 6 counters in a row. So there's very limited things you can do. Okay, we should be able to get... Yeah, I think, we'll get double stack here. Hopefully we can get... Okay, counterattacks, not great. Hopefully we can get, the Rimuru Unity Orb here... Kinda. We can get the EX ult for Jean here, which is definitely something. I think we'll leave her in to take the ult, and then we will not take the ult. So let's do the swap, let's do the orb change. That leaves us with 45 points, and then we'll take Violet out. Or we'll take Blanc out. I think we'll actually take Blanc out. Because I think that one rainbow orb should give us the ult for Violet. So yeah, let's do that. And then we'll do the rainbow here. And then we'll bring Cleache in. And this should work out fairly well. Perfect. All right. So we've got 250 points. We've got another stack. We could nuke on this turn, and I am fairly confident we will kill, just because of the amount of damage that Jean puts out. Yeah. And here is the nuke turn. So we have 250 points. What can we use here? We can do those three. So we can do the magic buff, the alt damage and synergy buff, and then we can get the extra EX damage buff and space resistance. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we just kind of send it like this. And let's check how much health he has first before we do that. He's got 898k. All right, can we do 898,000 damage between a normal alt and an EX alt from Jean? Sending follow-up attacks is kind of dangerous here because he's got counterattacks, but we'll try and make it work if we need to. All right, Violet does 222,000. Jean does 615. All right, there's a counter, and then this is an orb, 17k, and it's not quite enough. Oh, and Jean died. Okay, well, we'll come back and we'll try and do it a little better. All right, we are back on turn 5. Things have gone a little bit better for us. We have 3 ults now, which we missed the kill in the last one by like just a sliver. So this will guarantee that we will get it done. We are quite low on HP, though, because we've had to leave these guys up front. So things do look a little hairy. But very confident that we can kill. Even though the EX ult is not Jean, it's Blanc, I still think we will have enough total damage to, take him out. So let's find out. If not, then I guess I gotta do it again. 233. Blanc 450. Jean does 326. All right, there we go. Cool. 5 turns with the Visions of Coleus team. It was a painful experience. I never want to do it again, but unfortunately, we have more video to go. So I just hope you know that I did this for you. All right, next team we're going to use is a physical-based team because he is weaker against physical, and it's going to be the Warrior's Mind 1.5 anniversary team with Guy, Violet, Evil Rimuru, Lumi, and for this one, it's going to be Rimuru, Fount of Wisdom Rimuru, because we're not going to go to 8 turns, which means that we're not going to max out Lumi's physical buff, so we're better off using this Rimuru's physical buff because it's just better. But we can still use Lumi here to get that extra stack of attack from Velzard, and we can make ourselves a little bit more powerful. So, and we've got the alt rushing ability with this Rimuru, so we should be good here to get like 2 single target EX ults, maybe, and then a 3rd normal. Let's find out. Alright, so luckily enough, we got a perfect turn 1 starting hand, so it all works out, right? So we'll take Violet out of here. We still don't have his trait, so we're not going to get double stack of Velzard here, regardless of what we do. So we might as well just do this and try and get, as much alt gauge as we can with our 3 biggest damaging units here. Yeah, we're already doing more. Okay, counters are not something you want to see because of just how much damage he does to you. Do we have enough points for that? No. Oh, well, technically we do. Technically we do. So we're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of Rimuru alt gauge here to get him out. So we'll do Violet's orb change. Perfect. I should have done the stack with this Rimuru up front first. Oh well, that was a misplay. I think we'll still be fine though, because we can rush just so much alt gauge with that Rimuru when we're actually ready to go. Okay. But yeah, see, we're missing out on just a small nut tap of protection gauge right there, which is unfortunate. But, we'll get a double stack next turn when we can actually have Rimuru up. And counterattacks. Not great. Not looking great. But we do have the guaranteed crit, we have the alt gauge, we have the physical buff. We'll have the crit damage and alt resistance down. So, we should do really good damage here. And good. He locked in the characters that I... Never mind. That's unfortunate. Well, no, that's still unfortunate. Okay, well, let's do what we can at least. So we'll get Rimuru out for Violet. We'll change that 1 right there, and then we'll do this, and we'll get 5 blues, which is something. And then we'll bring this Rimuru back in, and we'll get a double stack on these 3. I think in a more perfect world, we get, a full hand of blues here, and then we would start using Rimuru's alt rush ability on this turn and next turn, maybe. Yeah, we might have to come back for this. Yeah, okay. Well, the game's no longer giving us blues, which is kind of a problem. Kind of a problem now. Yeah, we'll be back. Okay, we are back. It hasn't really been going that well. We've gotten a lot of orbs for EX Rimuru. And we've also used 1 stack of his alt gauge buff, but still, we've only got this much alt gauge with Guy, so things are looking a little odd right now. But we can bring Lumi in here for this Rimuru, because he has to come out anyways, because he's low on health. And then we could do the swap, we could do the extra gauge, we could do the blue orbs, and we can get quite a good amount here, so that next turn we can actually get the stacks in. Don't think this will give us Guy's alt off this 1 blue, which means that we're still safe in having this Rimuru up front, and then we're probably okay to nuke. Maybe not next turn, but the turn after that, once we can actually use his alt rush ability and get Guy some extra gauge. I kind of regret using it so early now, but oh well. Because we could have done it here. Alright, that's not great. Okay, that hurts. Alright, this is the turn where we can't do anything, so... we're gonna have to make do with it. So let's rush the alt. Good, okay. I guess we can do, so 8, 16, 24. So realistically, as long as Lumi doesn't get locked next turn, we can swap her out, which I don't think the seal is coming yet. So I think we're safe in sending this 1 Guy orb to get his EX ult, and then we have enough points to actually use all 3 major buffs, and I think we'll be okay. So let's actually get Lumi out of here. Yeah, let's get Lumi out of here. And we'll just send this 1 orange. And I don't think Guy will die from this 1 hit. Famous last words. Ugh. Okay, alright. Okay, so I think we're good. It's unfortunate we didn't get 1 more stack off of traits, but it is what it is. I think we're still okay here. So let's do the crit damage and alt resistance down. Boom. Let's give them the physical buff from Rimuru, because it's stronger than Lumi's, because it's not turn 8. Boom. And then we'll bring Lumi in for the 3rd alt, and we have a full 6-hand send now, and we have enough points to use the alt and crit rate. So here, we can lower physical attack resistance, and then send the EX alt, and then send the rest of Guy, and he should die? Should being the keyword. 85k right there, alright. Rimuru on his single target does 653. Okay, that's good. And then Guy is going to do more than that. So he's going to do like 700 something. Yeah, 776. Alright, so there we go. Warrior's Mind can do it. Takes a little bit more RNG because, we only have 1 alt swapping unit. We didn't do it in 5 turns. We need a little bit more setup. But obviously can do it. Let's try it with the light team now. Alright, never mind. I think we're going to do 2 teams per video. So the first part was the defense teams. This is pretty strong, more recent teams. And then the next part, part 3, I think will be the last one. And we'll do, I think, Light 3.0 for the stun and all that. And then Fount of Wisdom. And that's going to be like the major big time teams that can take the stage on. Again, either defense or stacking of some sort. But let me know what you guys think of this video. That's it for me. Take it easy, and I will see you all later.